Tonight, a warning: if the governor does indeed decide to appoint an emergency manager, some Detroiters are threatening a revolt. Fox 2's Ron Savage live in the News Center area tonight with more on that. Ron?
That's right, Monica. Tim Skubic just called it an historic decision by the governor. Indeed, tomorrow will be a remarkable day in the history of the Motor City. We expect the announcement here at 2 o'clock. We're at the Cadillac Place. We're on the boulevard here in the News Center area. The governor will lay out his plan for emergency manager. That's what we're expecting. Now, they are expecting protesters here tomorrow. And earlier this evening, they posted these signs on the revolving doors outside the Cadillac Place. Notice banners, flags, and signs are prohibited inside this building. They are expecting protesters. They don't want them to bring these items. And I talked to a city councilman who says, I can promise you there will be civil disobedience.
I'm issuing a challenge to the governor tonight. Don't be a dictator. Preserve democracy. Sit down with the mayor. Sit down with the head of city council.
A challenge to Governor Snyder from Councilmember Kwame Kenyatta. And Kenyatta adds that if an EM comes in, you can expect protests in Detroit. This week, we've already seen protesters in cars stopping traffic on the Lodge and I-94.
When the truck drivers had an issue and a concern across this country, what did the Teamsters do? They stopped traffic on every freeway in this country until they got their issues met.
Kenyatta believes the governor, the mayor, and city council may all learn a lesson.
Even the people in the hood fight for their hole in the wall. They fight, they hold on to that. You may not like Linwood, you may not like Dexter, and it needs to be cleaned up, and it needs a whole lot of things, but they fight for that turf. And what I'm saying is that the mayor and city council should fight and appeal to the last possible moment.
And Kenyatta predicts Detroiters will get protest support.
The world is focusing on Detroit. I've talked to elected officials all over this country, and they're prepared for a national mobilization in Detroit.
People from out of state may be coming here to protest.
Coming here to give support and protest or whatever is called for to make a point.
Indeed, a monumental day expected here in the Motor City tomorrow, 2 p.m. The governor's announcement regarding the emergency manager here at Cadillac Place in the News Center area. As for Kwame Kenyatta, we haven't seen him lately. He's been ill. He's been nursing an illness. He says he feels much better, and he's back to work now and is hoping there's a lot of things he can do for the city. He says he does not plan to make any more runs for city council. We're live in the News Center area. Ron Savage, Fox 2 News.
Well, Ron, I have to ask you, what do you know about police presence downtown tomorrow if indeed this civil disobedience occurs?
Well, they're geared up for this. They're not showing their hand. I'm talking about law enforcement, Detroit Police and Michigan State Police. These traffic stops that we've seen on the Lodge and on I-94, those are primarily going to be treated and handled by the Michigan State Police. They wrote the tickets and broke these traffic blocks up earlier, but around the city, that'll be State Police and the Detroit Police. I've talked to them. I know they're aware. Obviously, they're aware of what's going to happen tomorrow, the announcement. They're geared up. They're ready, but they're not showing their hand as far as what their strategies are, Monica, and that's probably a good idea.
All right. Thanks for that live report, Ron.